I've heard this from a lot of parts, but like not a lot of people have really good money skills or saving habits, which is like a big part of this book. So it said basically most Americans can't come up with $400 from their savings to cover unexpected expenses. And I'm just like, man, that's wild. And I think it was saying, obviously more of the business-minded folks or people thinking about this, I'm sure it doesn't include them, but I'm sure it could. I
know business owners that are living,
of course, I've been there,
week to week, month to month. Yeah,
I've been there. I know you've been there too. So, but it's when I read that, I was like, wow, damn, that's like no buffer, because you think of the pandemic and the ripple effects that still have come from that, rising prices in a bunch of spots. That's pretty crazy if like people are, if that's it. And because basically the book makes a point that everyone has the ability to save. Yeah. If you have the right psychology around how money works and the use of it as like a vehicle to get what you want out of life. Now or in the future.
Yeah. No, I mean, how many people do you, I mean, to me, that's not that shocking. To me, that's like, yeah, I don't think most people have much money set aside for a rainy day. Like I know a lot of people personally, a lot of the same people who constantly talk about how they don't have money to do stuff.
True.
Yet they own a boat and a dune buggy and a motor home and like they own all of these toys, but they're constantly complaining about how they have no money to do anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
and that's being rich, right? Like, so the book was also saying that there's a difference between rich and wealth. Wealth is when you have those savings, and it also has wealth of time and freedom and happiness and all that. It can come in many forms, but yeah, rich, it was saying, are like the boats, the supercars, the extravagant houses and things that just look like, I mean, it doesn't matter, because it proves the point that, yeah, you got to pay the bills of those things. So you're obviously making bank to afford that thing. You're not like homeless. Yeah. With, like, come on, like you have an ability to get there, but do you really have a lifestyle still outside of those things?
Yeah, no, they suffer from the lifestyle creep kind of thing, where as they make more money, they figure out what more expenses can I add into my life to, fill the new gap that I created, right? So like they just, that's the lifestyle creep element, and I've definitely been there, but now I kind of feel like I've gotten to a place where I've sort of stopped that momentum. Like I'm in the house I want. I don't really desire a new car. I like the cars we got. Like we're good. Like I'm sort of stopping that train now, while still trying to increase the income and invest and make more money. But that train of like finding new expenses has stopped for me.
Yeah. And my combination of reading this book, and mainly in the few chapters, the first ones is where it set in. And then thinking of like my future, going through this legacy thing, like writing out how will I want to be remembered. It wasn't like, part of mine was living.
You had a sweet Ferrari.
I mean, that's maybe.
That's what's going to be on your headstone.
I have a sweet Ferrari.
Yeah. Had a sweet Ferrari.
Had a sweet one.
Yeah.
It'll be just a big Ferrari. Yeah. I'll be inside of it.
Yeah.
The tomb. Ferrari tomb.
Yeah.
Where were we? Ferraris.
Yeah.
Yeah, legacy. Just how you want to be remembered. How I want to be remembered. It was like having a good time and not basically trying to stress myself out sprinting to another goal all the time. I think, that was the other thing in the book. The guy chose, and he's 36 years old, the author of the book, Morgan Housel.
Housel. I don't know how it's pronounced. I think it's Housel.
Housel. He's 36, so that's how old I am. You're a couple of years older. You're geriatric. And I was like, okay, this is interesting, because it's kind of like a time of my, it's the same seasons of life that we're in. And he chose to pay off his house as like his thing. And his thing was like, I don't want I just want the freedom of getting rid of that thing completely and not worrying about it, because I got my thing. It's not the best financial advice, he was saying, but he's like, I'm going for freedom. I'm going for happiness. So it's like one less mental thing to put on your radar that you like almost have to cover every month.
Yeah.